A fearless Catholic priest has just told our dear president to step aside if the work of the nation is too overwhelming for him. Somebody shout power. The Catholic priest, the Catholic body is not taking it easy with the government at this time. Does this mean that the Church of Nigeria has finally woken up? Does this mean that the scale has been removed from our eyes and we've refused to keep silent anymore? Because all these basbos is coming just few days after the presidency demanded an apology, insulted John Cardinal Onaikan for going on Arise TV News to spill out the details of the meeting that they had with President Tinubu. It is clear that the Catholic Church is not backing down, because this particular Catholic priest now said everything. He laid everything bare. He was not trying to be political with the truth. In fact, I sat through this 30 minutes worth of interview and I really appreciated every single thing he said. Who is this Reverend Father? This is Very Reverend Monsignor Ike Obiora. He is the founding director of the Catholic Institute of Development, Justice and Peace. My people, I can't listen to this interview alone. Let's listen to him.
The Catholic bishops feel disrespected by the remarks made by these spokespersons. Were you disrespected?
Persecution is what you get when you preach the good news. And you don't stop because you are being persecuted. How can Nigerians be abandoning their country? And the president and the leadership, a political leadership, is saying, let us manage, things are hard everywhere. That is not why you are there. You are not just a political leader. You have also a moral responsibility to address the issues of countries. And if you say it's overwhelming, then resign.
You saw the statements released by the spokespersons attached to the presidency. How did you respond?
If people who work for the presidency or work for government or work for even other institutions peddle in lies, in pretense, in fiddling while Rome burns, in not giving good advice, it doesn't turn out good. And to act like an attack dog for great people who are patriotic for our country is something that is not only unfortunate, it is a disgrace. And it's not about defense, it's about listening. People in positions of power must listen, and listening makes you stronger. And we don't say he's not doing well. He is doing his best. But sometimes you do your best and it's still not enough. And the enormity of the challenges of a modern society is so much for one person to solve. But government cannot say, because I'm doing well, I've done it, or don't tell me anything.
A meeting you talked private, you published some snippets and pockets of commentaries from the president. Is it still private, or don't Nigerians allowed to know the details and context of that meeting?
First of all, a meeting between the bishops and the president was aired by television. NTA was there, other television houses were there. It was the secret. Insecurity, is it a secret? The educational imbalance, is it a secret? The fact that the economy is very low, is it a secret?
What are the Catholic bishops saying? How are they reacting to this presidential conversation?
I must laugh, because the matter of truth is so objective. Truth is out there. You don't need to have an emotion about truth.
So we have this religious war that has been evoked by this remark, saying that the Catholic bishop spoke for Catholics and not for Christians. Then Obala said that, alongside saying that this is political and, trying to imply that this is because of his stance.
Mr. Buala is someone you cannot take serious. Unfortunately, that's the correct thing. The Association of Christians of Northern Nigeria yesterday made a very, very powerful statement denouncing him, denouncing his statement, and denouncing his attempt to divide the Christian body. It is already in the news. When truth is said, it has nothing to do with, is it a Muslim who said the truth? Is it a pagan who said the truth? Truth is truth.
What must Mr. President do now to ensure that the Catholics do not become victims, so to speak, as they've been labeled now? The Catholics are supporting, the Catholics are, what must the president do now?
So what the president must do is to listen to good advice and have the courage to act accordingly. What the president must do is to sack people who are around him, who tell him lies and who give him bad news. What the president must do is to assume the moral authority to say that I'm trying my best, and to say I'm going to tackle it head on. What the president must do is to resign, because I cannot continue to rule again because I'm incapacitated. What the president must do is to tell Nigerians the truth.
When a king begins to forget that he is actually a servant, it is the duty of the prophets to remind him. And this is where I must commend the Catholic Church, the Catholic bishops, for what they've started doing. Because for a very long time, I think the prophets of this nation forgot their civic responsibility, which one of it is to hold the government accountable. The church is supposed to speak up for the oppressed. And now that the Catholic Church has finally woken up and is finally speaking up, I am using this opportunity to call on other denominations. The Anglican, you have a very large body. Every other Christian community, every other church, all the Pentecostal churches, Redeemed churches, this is the time for you to wake up and start speaking out. Our brothers in faith are losing their lives. It is time for us to speak up. There's one thing that Reverend Obiora said that I really appreciated. He said the truth is the truth. Doesn't matter who is coming from. If it's coming from a Muslim, from a Christian, from a traditionalist, that should not matter. You leave the truth, the matter that is being discussed, and you are attacking the person. And that's a sign of very low intelligence. I must really give it up for the Catholic bishops, the priests, every single person who is speaking up. The Church of Nigeria must rise again. We must wake up and defend ourselves and defend our lives. We owe it to the oppressed. We owe it to the needy. We owe it to our brothers in faith who have lost their lives. It is simple, and I stand by what he said. If you think this job is overwhelming for you, step aside. Step aside for somebody who can actually take our criticism, take the burdens of the nation, and handle it with grace. It's that simple. People should wake up. The Catholics have taken the lead. It's now time for all of us to come together as a collective and speak up now. What are your thoughts from this interview? Let me know in the comment section. Bye.